So good morning, one and all. I would be presenting the 6 years data from a tertiary care center related to the Diwali ocular firecracker injuries and the impact of current legislation in the Delhi NCR region. I do not have any financial disclosures. Well, firecrackers, they constitute an important part of the festivities and celebrations worldwide. In India, you see that especially during the Diwali, but it becomes a menace because there are a lot of firecracker related injuries, and incidence of ocular injury as has been reported to be as high as 45%. Bilateral ocular involvement may be seen in up to 30% of the cases. So we must understand that firecracker injuries are largely avoidable, and legislation has proven to show that they are effective in a lot of countries like US, UK, Norway. In India, well, as per the ruling of the apex court of the country, the Delhi NCR region, it has been observing a temporary ban on the sale of firecrackers since 2017. That is quite recent. But there are a lot of loopholes in this ban. The ban is not a nationwide ban, and it exempts the green firecrackers. But the composition of green firecrackers have not been defined. So this has resulted in the illegal sale of firecrackers during the Diwali season. So what's the lacunae? There are no large-scale studies related to ocular firecracker injuries, and none that have compared the trend before and after the ban that was imposed on the Delhi NCR region. So ours was a retrospective single-centric hospital record-based study that was done at RP Center, AIIMS, New Delhi. Ethical clearance was obtained from the AIIMS Ethics Committee. The medical records of the patient were obtained. The patients who presented with the ocular firecracker injuries to the either casualty or in the outpatient department during the 10 days of the Diwali period. And it was done for the 6 years, that is 2014 to 2019. The 2020 data was not included because the COVID would have, impacted our results. And we just studied the clinical demographic profile. The results were, overall, there were 646 patients that involved 667 eyes during the 6 years. Bilateral involvement was seen in around 3% of the cases. Majority were adolescent males, and the youngest being a 3-year-old child. The most common associated firecracker that led to injury was bombs or string bombs. 35% cases were innocent bystanders. None were using protective wear. Majority of children had no adult supervision while using the firecrackers. So this was the trend that we saw in the past 6 years. We see that after the regulation in 2017, a statistically significant reduction, that is almost 50% reduction, more than that, was noted. So the cases almost halved after the ban. The states from which the patient presented, well, majority of the patients were from outside Delhi, especially from the neighboring state of Uttar Pradesh and Haryana. So this also, reveals the inadequacy of trauma management services in these neighboring regions. Then duration of presentation, 3/4 of the patients had a delayed presentation. They presented after 24 hours of the occurrence of injury. And that's probably because they presented from outside Delhi. And an association was seen between a delayed presentation and a poor visual acuity. As we can see that majority of patients with no PL, they had a delayed duration of presentation. Then comparing this data pre and post regulation, we found that early presentation was significantly higher in the patients who during the post-regulation period. So this is probably because of the improved awareness that was seen after the ban that encouraged them to seek early treatment. Visual acuity at presentation, well, as we can see, more than 80% of the cases have a vision of finger counting close to face or less than that. 27% of them presenting with no perception of light. And a bilateral vision of less than 6/60 was seen in around 2% cases. So, and as we know that presenting visual acuity is an important predictor of the final visual outcome. So considering this, a large number of our patients are expected to eventually become blind. Now, comparing this data pre and post regulation, we found that a higher percentage, significantly higher percentage of patients in the pre-regulation period had a poor presenting visual acuity. As per the Betz classification, majority were open globe injuries, had penetrating perforating trauma, and that's why inpatient care was needed in almost 75% of these cases. What are the limitations of the study? Well, although our study is the largest case series of the ocular firecracker injuries, we cannot ignore these limitations that it's a retrospective study. So the final visual outcomes could not be obtained. Then being a tertiary center, there's a referral bias. We tend to see much more severe cases. And this also implies that most of the cases, majority bulk, that is mild to moderate cases, are managed at primary and secondary eye care levels. So what we are reporting is just the tip of the iceberg, and the problem is actually much more humongous. So therefore, to conclude, I would say that a study shows a reassuring trend of decreasing number of firecracker ocular injuries after the ban in the Delhi NCR region. But since the cases still continue to pour in, that to severe cases from the neighboring regions, therefore there is a need to minimize this problem further by a nationwide strict ban and promotion of safe use of firecrackers, especially in the susceptible age group, which was the adolescent and children. And also considering that our tertiary center is receiving so many severe trauma case referrals during Diwali, this highlights the inadequacy of the primary and secondary eye care levels to manage severe trauma. And therefore, there is a need to, improve the trauma management services at primary and secondary levels, and maybe also we should impart basic level of training to the residents so that the trauma could be managed even at primary and secondary levels timely without any undue delay. Thank you.
Yeah, just I want to know your percentage of open globe injury in your study.
So the percentage of open globe injury that I shown was around 67% that we were seeing, sir. I'll just show my
without any primary repair.
So yes, sir, this is without any primary repair, sir,
Yeah.
because more.
So
Yes,
can you tell me the distance travel the patient from to your institute?
So distance that usually the patient would travel, would be like the neighboring states that they take. So it takes around 24 hours for them to reach. They refer to first, they go to some ophthalmologist or a primary center where they are given a conservative management, maybe a patch and few drops or maybe antibiotics or a tetvac. And by the time they reach to us, actually surgical intervention is not done, sir. So the delayed presentation is what we see, and therefore the prognosis is also poor in a lot of cases.
So I want to know, because you are mentioning that due to the lack of the infrastructure in those areas, because
Yes.
without doing study, what are the infrastructure pattern?
Yes,
It's very difficult. There may be some political, because from UP government, Haryana, they may raise some issues in our scientific paper. Basically, without doing any such judgment by yourself or any field work, you cannot comment. That's
Okay.
one of the thing. Otherwise, it's very good paper. So
Thank
that I think for your in future you can omit those until unless you do have a proof concrete.
you.